It is time now for the Peter Channel Saturday Morning News on this Saturday morning, January 30th, 2016. Good morning to you all this lovely Saturday morning, January 30th, 2016. Here. Here now, here now, your news at 9, 0 now, top straight, 8:05 in the morning time. And this Saturday morning is the Washington, where the Obama administration has confirmed for the first time that Hillary Clinton's home server contained closely guarded government secret censored 22 emails that contained material required one of the highest levels of classification. New Sharon Ravagi was arrested on suspicion of helping the three inmates escape Central Men's Jail in Santa Ana. No Sharon Des Moines, as 7 Republican presidential contenders squared off here for the final debate before voters began win-win the field. Donald Trump presided over the zone and separate rally a mile away in the front of the packed house for cheering. The U.S. Navy sent a ship near a contested island in the South China Sea on Saturday to challenge excessive maritime claims that restrict the rights and freedoms of the United States and others. Melbourne, it may not have ended up sending the same league as the U.S. Open, but what happened to the Australian Open on Saturday perhaps was far off as Angelique Kerber sends Serena Williams to win the title. Gender equality is one of those issues that President Barack Obama takes very personally, as he's going to keep pushing until every single girl has rights and opportunities and freedom to go as far as her dreams will take her. As President Obama building the legacy on gender equality issues. Swiss probe in Malaysia finds sees $4 billion possible misuse. Ankara, almost 40 people drowned and 35 were rescued after a boat carried migrants to Greece, take off Turkey's western coast on Saturday, according to local officials at the Turkish Stogan news agency. Amman, a delegation of Syria's main opposition group flew to Geneva on Saturday to assess whether to join Damascus government officials in the United Nations brokered peace talks, and opposition representatives said. Beijing, 4 miners have emerged alive after 36 days, trapped 720 feet underground in eastern China after a huge, intensely reported rescue effort in this country that has been plagued by mine disasters. Portland, Oregon. The main leaders in the armed creation in Oregon wildlife refugee on words on social media videos against them and argued that they were an endangered community. The attorney for the white Chicago police officer who shot a black teenager 16 times said Friday they discovered tampered with a squad stash cars. Just came after the Chicago News Outlet reported this week that the device was intentionally damaged. This past week was School Choice Week with no less than 16,148 events held across 50 states, according to the School Choice Week website. A U.S. Navy commander charged with 7-page travel, prostitutes, and Lady Gaga contradicted to him from a Malaysian defense contract in exchange for classified information, pleaded guilty on Thursday to federal corruption charges. Perhaps the 109-year-old Jan sent evidence of the photocopy of the announced party that it has given up a strategy combining services with its traditional office machine business and Woodlands that split itself into 2 companies. New York, the Federal Reserve will be patient as it decides how trouble overseas could the U.S. economy. A Fed policymakers in an interview suggested that the central bank would be slower to raise interest rates this year. In Newark, New Jersey, after say that operation will resume in the ports of New York and New Jersey after expires strike by long-term about work to a halt. New York stock jump worldwide and yen slumped on Friday after the Bank of Japan sent markets by the adopting the interest rate while hopes that the Federal Reserve will slow the pace of the future U.S. Tens of thousands of years ago, giant beasts warned Australia, and the humans showed up much of the continents making fun of large animals that populated much of the earth has since gone extinct. The Earth once collided with a Mars-sized planet called Theia, forming in the moon in the wake of a collision. A new study explains that the collision was not just a powerful sideswipe, but a head-on crash. Berlin, the European Space Agency says a new laser terminal has been launched into orbit and a part of wider efforts to develop the Earth's first optical communications network system able to monitor natural disasters and catastrophes. President Obama announced on Saturday that he will seek $4 billion from Congress to dramatically increase the number of children who have access to computer science classes in school. Movie he said necessary to ensure that students are competitive. Rio de Janeiro last January, long lines formed outside health clinics in the recipient city in Brazil's northeast hard in recent years by outbreaks of dengue, a painful tropical disease. The world may be entering an era where it may be the devastating side effects associated with the traditional brain treatment can be avoided entirely. DNA analysts and tissue concludes on the future development of breast cancer. Epigenetic changes have been found to limit the cell's ability to differentiate, paving the way for the cancerous cells to grow. While the Zika virus is a major concern for parents in countries where the outbreak is spread in couples in the U.S. are also aware of Trump plans to cancel baby moves after the U.S. Peter Chell News Time is now 8:10. It's time now for New England Alerts in Manchester, New Hampshire, 329 Oxford Street. Reported fire new purchase of a three-story wood frame structure. And now look at the sports here at 8:10. Here, last night, the Boston Celtics defeated the Orlando Magic 113-94. Tonight, the Not Legends ice hockey team will be at the Fox Sports Center at 6:40 p.m. tonight. Taking on the Hopkins Oilers. Game time 6:40 p.m. Here, the calendar of the Denver Broncos battle with some be a memorable Super Bowl. Of no matter who wins, you can entertain yourself. Eddie Joy. So, as a conference call, a media regarding selected finalists in the Hall of Fame. And his decision to walk away from the San Francisco 49ers. Peter Chell News Time is now 8:11 here on this Saturday morning here, and it is time now for a Trevor Report. Baby! Let's start off 10-9 here, where all the highways in Rhode Island are looking good here. In Connecticut here. In Connecticut here on the Wilbercross Parkway here, it is a little slow here. In the Orange, Connecticut section here around Route 121 here, so expect a few delays here. 691 on the eastbound side. Here we got an accident here. In Meriden here, so expect some delays on 691 on the westbound side before 322 due to the accident here. And Founders Bridge on the westbound and eastbound sides of that off it is sold between I-91 and I-84 here. And all the highways in Massachusetts are looking good here. Got an accident in Mass back on the westbound side after 291 in Springfield, so expect some delays here. Highways in Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine are looking good here. Down in New York City here. Brooklyn, Queens, on the southbound side, it's also around Route 495, the Long Island Expressway, get back to the 270 eastbound side, and Greenpoint, so expect some delays here. 270 eastbound side, it's a little slow around Route 25. Long Island Expressway, a little slow around Regal, Parkland, and Queens here. And we got an accident in FDR Drive. Just after the Williamsburg Bridge and Lower East Side of Manhattan, IE7 and then northbound side and southbound side is a little slow around Route 95 in New York City here, so expect some delays here. Okay, look at that MBTA alerts here. Shuttle bus replacing Green Line D Bridge service between Reservoir and Redcliffe Station due to track plummet of Reservoir. Commuter rail and the ferries, they are looking good. And customers are encouraged to utilize the Green Line C Branch and Pearl stops where possible. Here. Peter telling the time is now 8:14 in the morning time on this Saturday morning here, and it's now 8:15 here. It's time for a weather report for today. Chris Scott, how about 40 degrees, a lot of variable. Wind becoming southwest about 6 miles in the afternoon here. For today, Wisconsin got about 31 degrees, southwest about 7 miles an hour here. For Sunday, Punta's got about 48 degrees, southwest about 5 to 7 miles an hour here. For Saturday, Wisconsin got about 37 degrees, southwest about 6 miles an hour here. For Monday, Wisconsin got about 54 degrees, southwest about 6 to 8 miles an hour. Monday night, slight chance of showers before 9 p.m. Wisconsin got about 32 degrees, just based to 20%. Tuesday, Wisconsin got about 46 degrees. Tuesday night, Podcast got about 32 degrees. Wednesday, rain may after 9 a.m. Behind at 55 degrees, just makes it 8%. Wednesday, rain like me before 9 p.m. Most clouds got about 38 degrees, just makes it 6%. Thursday, most of the podcast got about 47 to about 27 degrees. And for Friday, chance of snow, podcast got about 37 degrees, just makes it 30%. Currently, Naughton, fair and 30, humidity 64%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Saturday morning news on this Saturday morning, January 30, 2069. Here's you have a good morning and good Friday to you. See you for an evening report. Have a good morning.